Alkanes. Alkanes are saturated aliphatic hydrocarbons containing carbon-carbon single bond. These are also called as paraffins. Why? Because all the four valencies of the carbon is satisfied with single bonds with carbon and hydrogen atoms. That's why these are chemically inert. General molecular formula of alkanes is CnH2n plus 2. See, alkanes. These are saturated aliphatic hydrocarbons containing carbon-carbon single bond. That's why these are also called as paraffins. Para means little, affinis means affinity. Why? Because all the four valencies of carbon satisfied with single bonds. That is CC single bonds and CH single bonds. These are present. That's why these are chemically inert. And also general molecular formula CnH2n plus 2. Distribution. Alkanes are distributed in marshy lands, coal mines, and also present in air also. Next, sources of alkanes. Main sources are natural gas and petroleum. Next, IUPAC nomenclature. IUPAC means International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. See here IUPAC nomenclature. Remember one thing, N value we are taking 1 means root word meth, 2 eth, 3 prop, 4 but, 5 pent, 6 hex, 7 hept, 8 oct, 9 non, 10 dec. See, I am taking N value 1 now. C1H2 plus 2, 4. So, this is first member is CH4. This we are called as methane. Second member is C2H6. This we are called as ethane. Here we are keeping 2. 2 to 4. 4 plus 2, 6. Now I am taking 3. C3, 2 3 is 6 plus 2, 8. H8. This we are called as propane. C4H10, butane. C5H12, pentane. C6H14, hexane. C7H16, heptane. C8H18, octane. C9H20, nonane. C10H22, decane. Now structure of methane and ethane. Structure of methane. Methane structure is like this. CH4. This is electronic structure, that is Lewis dot structure. Carbon electrons I am indicating with cross like this. Hydrogen electron with dot. Hydrogen electron it is. Now carbon acquires octet configuration. Hydrogen duplet configuration. This is Lewis dot structure for methane. Similarly, we can write the structure of ethane also. Structure of ethane. Ethane formula C2H6. Methane formula CH4. See, in this C, C, H, 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 H. Electronic structure, Lewis dot structure is carbon 4 electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, hydrogens remaining, 3 hydrogens linked with 1 carbon, 3 hydrogens linked with another carbon. Hydrogen electron is indicating with dot. See here. Now this carbon acquires octet configuration. This carbon also acquires octet configuration. Here hydrogen duplet configuration, 2 electrons in the outermost shell. Duplet configuration it is. This is also duplet configuration. This is Lewis dot structure for ethane. Now preparation of methane and ethane. Here we have 3 methods. The first method is decarboxylation method. Decarboxylation of sodium salts of carboxylic acids gives methane and ethane. And second one is reduction of alkyl halides. We can prepare methane and ethane. Third method is by Wurtz reaction. See, preparations. Preparation of methane and ethane. First method is decarboxylation. Decarboxylation means removal of carbon dioxide from the organic compound. See, here for decarboxylation purpose we are using soda lime. Decarboxylating agent it is soda lime. It is a mixture of sodium hydroxide and calcium oxide. Now I am taking CH3COONA. Its name is sodium acetate. So decarboxylation of sodium acetate gives methane. HAO on heating. Methane formula CH4 plus Na2CO3. This we are called as decarboxylation reaction. Decarboxylation means removal of carbon dioxide. Decarboxylation of sodium acetate with soda lime gives methane. Now I am taking 3 carbons here instead of 2. CH3, CH2, COONA. This we are called as sodium propionate. Propionate on decarboxylation with sodium hydroxide and calcium oxide gives C2H6 ethane and sodium carbonate. This we are called as ethane. Very, very important reaction it is. It is laboratory method of preparation of methane and ethane. Here these gases are collected by downward displacement of water. It is a laboratory method of preparation. See here, soda lime is a mixture of sodium hydroxide and calcium oxide. This is decarboxylating agent. Now second method is reduction of alkyl halides. In this reaction, we are using reducing agent zinc copper couple in alcohol. This is reducing agent giving nascent hydrogens. Nascent hydrogens are coming from this reducing agent. So, I am taking here methyl iodide. This we are called as methyl iodide. Methyl iodide is reduced with zinc copper couple in alcohol gives methane and hydrogen iodide. This we are called as methane. This is nascent hydrogen. Now I am taking C2H5Br. Ethyl bromide it is. Ethyl bromide. It is nascent hydrogen on reduction with zinc copper couple in alcohol gives C2H6 plus HBr. C2H6 we are called as ethane. So second method of preparation is reduction of alkyl halides with zinc copper couple in alcohol gives alkanes. Here methyl iodide we are taking, methane we get. Ethyl bromide we are taking, ethane we get. Third one is Wurtz reaction. Methane cannot be prepared by Wurtz reaction. Symmetrical alkanes are prepared by this reaction. Symmetrical alkanes means the alkanes which contain even number of carbons. That means ethane we can prepare. 4 carbons, butane we can prepare. 6 carbons, hexane we can prepare. 8 carbons, octane we can prepare. So, symmetrical alkanes means the alkanes which contain even number of carbon atoms. See, here methane is odd number. So, methane cannot be prepared by Wurtz reaction. But we can prepare ethane. See, I am taking 2 moles of methyl iodide treated with 2 moles of sodium metal In the presence of dry ether, we get C2H6 plus 2 moles of sodium iodide. This we are called as ethane. This is methyl iodide. Methyl iodide. Here sodium acts as a reducing agent, dry ether acts as a solvent. This is about preparation of methane and ethane. Now physical properties of methane and ethane. Methane and ethane both are gases at ordinary temperature. Colorless gases both are, and odorless gases also. These are, that means methane and ethane are almost insoluble in water and soluble in organic solvents such as acetone, benzene, ether. And its melting point is minus 182.5 degrees Celsius, and methane boiling point is minus 161.5 degrees Celsius. These are the physical properties of methane and ethane. Next concept is chemical properties of methane and ethane. Chemical properties, we have three chemical properties. One is substitution reactions, second one is oxidation reactions, third one is pyrolysis. It is also called as cracking. Chemical properties. Chemical properties of methane and ethane. First chemical property is substitution reactions. Substitution reactions. Here mainly we are taking chlorination. Chlorination of methane and ethane we are taking. See here, I am taking first methane. This is methane. This methane treated with chlorine in the presence of sunlight, HCl eliminates, we get CH3Cl. This is monochloromethane. Monochloromethane. And further chlorination, in the presence of sunlight, HCl comes out, CH2Cl2. This we are called as dichloromethane. And further chlorination, in presence of sunlight, HCl comes out, we get CHCl3. This we are called as trichloromethane. And further chlorination, in the presence of sunlight, HCl eliminates, we get CCl4, carbon tetrachloride, that we are called as tetrachloromethane. This is end product formed in this chlorination of methane. These are first product it is, second product dichloromethane, third product trichloromethane, fourth one tetra. Suppose I am taking here ethane, C2H6. This we are called as ethane. Ethane treated with chlorine in the presence of sunlight, HCl comes out, you will get C2H5Cl. This we are called as monochloroethane. And further chlorination in the presence of sunlight, we get C2H4Cl2. It is dichloroethane. Next one is further chlorination in the presence of sunlight, we get C2H3Cl3. Three chlorines we have, that is trichloroethane. Next product, tetrachloroethane, that is chlorination in presence of sunlight, and HCl eliminates here, C2H2Cl4. This we are called as tetrachloroethane. Next chlorination, you can expect the product, five chlorines we get here, that is C2HCl5, pentachloroethane. Next one is chlorination in presence of sunlight, we get C6Cl6. This we are called as hexachloroethane. Hexachloroethane. So these are the products formed in chlorination of methane and ethane. This is, all the hydrogens are replaced with halogen, the reaction proceeds. That's why this substitution reaction, that is chlorination, is a chain reaction. Second chemical property is oxidation reactions. Second one is oxidation reactions. Here we have several oxidation reactions. Among that, first one is complete oxidation, that we are called as combustion. In combustion process, hydrocarbon gives carbon dioxide and water. See, I am taking first methane plus 2O2 gives rise to CO2 plus 2H2O, and some heat energy also released. Heat released means exothermic reaction. Now I am taking C2H6 ethane and 7 moles of oxygen. We get 4CO2 plus 6H2O plus delta. This is also exothermic reaction. Why? Because here heat energy is released. Here what are the products formed in combustion reaction? Hydrocarbons upon combustion gives carbon dioxide and water. So here in complete combustion, the product is carbon dioxide and water. Next one is incomplete oxidation. Incomplete oxidation. That means limited supply of oxygen is reacting with methane and ethane. Methane I am taking, methane plus 3O2, 2 moles I am taking, 2CO plus 4H2O. Here oxygens 4, here 2, 6. It is also exothermic reaction. In this reaction, incomplete oxidation reaction, carbon monoxide is formed. Complete oxidation, carbon dioxide is formed. That you have to remember. Next, 2 moles of C2H6 ethane I am taking, treated with 5 moles of oxygen. We get 4CO plus 6H2O plus delta. So this is also exothermic reaction, this is also exothermic reaction. It is limited supply of oxygen is combining with ethane. We get carbon monoxide and water. Now very limited oxygen if I supply to this reactant, that is ethane treated with 3 moles of oxygen, we can write here carbon black is formed and 6H2O. This is carbon black. This carbon black where we are using in making ink and filler in tire industries. Filler in tire industry. Next one is catalytic oxidation. In catalytic oxidation, we have two catalysts. One is copper tube. We are sending the gases through copper tube at 200 degree Celsius. And second case, we have molybdenum oxide and temperature is about 350 to 500 degree Celsius. Here in this reaction, first I am taking methane. Methane treated with or methane gas passed through copper tube at 300 or 200 degrees Celsius. That means here oxidation reaction it is, I am taking copper here and oxidation it is, we get CH3OH. This we are called as methanol. This is methane, and this is further oxidation with copper as a catalyst and temperature is about 200 degrees Celsius. We get HCHO. This we are called as methanol, and further oxidation and temperature, copper tube we are using 200 degrees Celsius, we get HCOOH. This we are called as methanoic acid. Methanoic acid. See here, I am taking here ethane. You can expect ethane C2H6. This we are called as ethane treated with oxygen, and this gas is passed through copper tube at 200 degree Celsius. We get CH3 CH2OH. This we are called as alcohol group, it is ethanol. Now further oxidation takes place here, copper at 200 degrees Celsius. We get CH3 CHO. This we are called as aldehyde group ethanol, and further oxidation also takes place in the presence of copper catalyst at 200 degrees Celsius. We get CH3COOH. This we are called as ethanoic acid. This is next here. First case is what? Only copper tube we are using, temperature is 200 degree Celsius. Second case also we have, that is molybdenum oxide at 350 degrees Celsius to 500 degrees Celsius. This is, in this case I am taking methane plus oxygen. Here catalyst is molybdenum oxide, temperature 350 to 500 degrees Celsius. we get HCHO plus H2O. This we are called as methanol. All means aldehyde, formaldehyde or methanol. This we are called as methane. Now I am taking C2H6. It is ethane. Ethane plus O2 in the presence of molybdenum oxide. Temperature is about 350 to 500 degrees Celsius. We get CH3 CHO plus H2O. This we are called as ethanol. All means aldehyde. CHO group is the ethanol. So this is about catalytic oxidation with two catalysts we have at a different temperature. Copper tube and 200 degrees Celsius one catalyst, and molybdenum oxide another catalyst. In this case we are having only aldehyde group compounds only. Next, fourth one is controlled slow oxidation. Controlled slow oxidation. D. Controlled slow oxidation. See here, in this we are using acidified potassium dichromate as oxidizing agent. Now I am taking methane. Here K2Cr2O7, it is oxidation reaction. We get CH3OH. This we are called as methanol, and further oxidation K2Cr2O7 oxidation it is. We get HCHO. This we are called as methanol, and further oxidation K2Cr2O7, it is HCOOH. This we are called as methanoic acid. This is. Now next one is C2H6, ethane I am taking. You can expect here K2Cr2O7 oxidation CH3CH2OH. This we are called as ethanol, and treated with K2Cr2O7 oxidation we get CH3CHO ethanol, all it is ethanol aldehyde, ethanol, and K2Cr2O7 further oxidation CH3COOH. This is ethanoic acid. See, it is converting into alcohol. This is ethane. Ethane converting into ethanol. Ethanol is converting into aldehyde and converting into carboxylic acid. See, this is similar reaction when we are considered in case of copper, catalytic oxidation reaction. Same products we get there also. Next, third one is pyrolysis. It is also called as cracking. That means thermal decomposition of hydrocarbons at high temperature and using catalyst. See here, I am taking methane 2 moles. It is subjected to electric arc, and temperature is about 1500 degrees Celsius. We get ethane and 3 moles of hydrogen. This we are called as ethane. Now I am taking C2H6, ethane it is. Ethane on heating up to 500 degrees Celsius, In the presence of catalyst Al2O3, this we get C2H4 plus H2. This we are called as ethene. This reaction is also called as cracking. Cracking means thermal decomposition of hydrocarbons on heating in the presence of catalyst to give simple molecules. This we are called as pyrolysis or cracking.